Hey, everyone. Welcome to Making Connections. This is your girl, Aly. I hope everybody's having a great day. I just wanted to say I'm excited because this is actually our 5th year anniversary. We started Mother's Day weekend 5 years ago. And so this is an exciting time. So we're going to do a celebration at some point, but we haven't really planned it out yet. But we're going to be dropping some videos and some reminders of where we've been and how we started. I do want to remind everybody that God's Gift Baby Ministries is having a giveaway today. It is from 11 to 3, so it started, but like I said, it goes till 3 o'clock. It's at Plaza Road Elementary, 1000 Anderson Street in Charlotte, and they say you have to come inside the gate. So, so I'm excited. So if you're a mother, if you need some assistance, if you need Pampers diapers say the same thing, aren't they? Wipes, what have you? Make sure you check out God's Gift Baby Ministries. And so I'm excited today. We have with us Felicia Rivers. She is the CEO of Geechee One Films. And so, how are you doing today, Felicia? You're muted right now. There you
Okay,
go.
I'm doing awesome.
Good, good. Well, happy Mother's Day because I know you are a mother.
yes. That's another story, but I'll jump into that somewhere in this conversation.
Okay, cool. Sounds good to me. And I know that Mother's Day hits different for so many people. You might be a mother who's missing a child. You might be a mother, but your mother's no longer with us. You might be of somebody who longs to be a mother. So Mother's Day hits so differently for a lot of people. But to whatever capacity you are, wherever you are, we're sending out a bunch of hugs and love your way. And so, Felicia, I know you've been on the show before. It's been a while, but I want to give you an opportunity just to introduce yourself to some of the new family members.
All right, my name is Felicia Rivers. I am based out of Charleston, South Carolina. I'm an independent filmmaker, producer, director, writer.
So, you do a lot of stuff.
Yes.
You do it all. And so, when did this passion grow, or how did it grow? Have you been writing poetry or writing plays all your life?
I've always wrote stories since I was little, so maybe kindergarten, first grade. I've been writing stories, and we're still writing stories, but now we're making them films.
So how does that work? Like I always wonder, how people get, you have this dream, right? You're doing it like at home, you might be doing it locally, but then how do you step over that threshold to now you're on Tubi and so many other different platforms? How does what was that process like?
Um, on different platforms. Um, they just took it on and put it on these bigger platforms, and we're out here pushing and getting more people involved.
Oh, okay. So, it's probably my internet. Some stuff is going on here, but I missed a little bit of that. But, um, how did you say you submitted it?
I have a distribution company.
Oh, okay,
I'm
okay.
actually trying to. I'm in my room trying not to show everything in my rooms. That's why I'm like, but I have my closet open, everything open. But I have a distribution company that actually puts it on different platforms. But without them, I was still on Amazon. We still was on YouTube. We was on other platforms as well, like the On Point Network. With them, they put us on like XMO, Voodoo, um, other ones I just can't think of, and
Hmm.
Tubi. They did put us on Tubi. But I am about to put my own couple movies on TV without them. So hopefully those will do good as well.
Awesome, awesome. I just think that's exciting, and I've seen Lakita Johnson. I think she's been in several of your films. And
Yes.
so I just think that's cool. So when you're putting this idea together, like you have an idea for a film or a play or what have you. How do you develop it? Do you develop the characters first? Do you develop like the ending first and go backwards? How do you do it?
It just comes to me, and then I just write based on what comes to me. Sometimes the outline might come to me, like an idea, and then when I sit down with the paper and pen, the rest just comes to me.
Yeah, like listen, I've been trying to write like a little book, and I sit down, have ideas, but when I sit down, it doesn't come out. What's happening? What am I doing wrong?
Or sometimes just do a little outline, put down notes, and eventually it should all come together.
Okay, okay. Must be pressure or something like that. I'm trying to make it bigger than what it is. I just need to write, huh?
Just a little time for yourself, yeah. What makes you happy?
So, what film? I know Jonathan wanted me to ask you a question, and so, but I can't remember. He wanted me to ask you about the film that Omar Gooding is going to be in.
Oh yeah, that's called Pieces. That's on Tubi.
Okay, so it's already out.
He did a special appearance in our film.
Oh, okay, okay, awesome. And the one that I had on the flyer.
This Color of Green. That one that's our latest film. That
Mhm.
just came out maybe like 2 or 3 weeks ago. That's on Tubi, and that's called The Color of Green.
Okay, so tell us a little bit about that.
It is like a gangster female type feel to it about a young lady. She had a couple friends. They turned to her. She doing what she do, and they ended up meeting together and finding out she found her father that she was missing, and her homegirl was trying to kill her. But, yeah.
Okay, sounds like a little thriller there. And so it's already out as well, right?
Yes, that just came out. Our next film comes out June 27th. It's called Sneaky Links, and that comes out next month. So we got a movie next month, June. July, we have one about police brutality. You got the kids and everything in it. That's July. So October is we had a reggae dance movie, and then November we have a Christmas movie, and then we might have another action movie that comes out. I'm gonna put out by myself sometime.
Okay, okay. And who did you say was in the movie in July with the kids?
Well, celebrity wise, we have Big V from the Nappy Roots. He's in that movie.
Okay, okay.
Vito, they call him Vito, but he's in that one. And then in the games we play, we have Vita, and that was in Belly. We have her
Mhm.
in that movie. Trying to think of any other celebrities off the top of my head. That's all I can think of right now. But yeah.
Okay, cool. So how do you put these out so quickly? So you have your own production company and everything, so you own everything, huh?
Get you one films, but it's not quickly. We shot this stuff like years ago.
Oh,
So everything we're shooting now, you might see next year. So
okay, okay.
things
So
we've
so
been
the
filming
process had already started last year, but you were just stacking them so you would know when to release them.
this year. That's correct. So the movies that we're doing now will be next year.
Okay, okay, cool. So where do you mostly cast for people that are in your films?
I'm based out of Charleston, so but we get people from all over that actually fly in, drive in. So we just put up a casting call and people submit and we see if they work or they don't work.
Okay. So where's the casting call at? Is it like online portal or
Um,
your website?
well, we do both. So we have Zoom and we also have Zoom, and then we're doing in-person ones as well.
Okay. Okay. I know. I think I saw you posted something about you walk better in person than on Zoom. Your character was that you?
Yeah, yeah, I think in person is a lot better because the chemistry, the Zooms. Oh, okay. When we did COVID, so it was a lot of everybody was at the house, and then it's like, okay, when you're on set, it's some people it feels like you're teaching them how to act on set.
Mm,
So I blame some of that on that. But so that's why I
okay.
was like, in person, they're there, they know what's going on. Y'all stand up, y'all do it together. Then it doesn't seem like, okay, now it's time to film, and it's like, okay, I just met this person.
That's true too. Because, I mean, you can on Zoom, you try to, not be distracted, but it's easy, to get distracted by somebody else in the house or, neighbor knocking on your door, whatever it happens when we're doing
Yeah,
this show. I'm like, nobody ever comes up here until I'm doing the show.
yeah, that's what happens. We've been on Zoom auditions, and we've seen everything. We've seen somebody doing hair. We've seen somebody chasing their dog. We was on an audition. The girl, man, took the phone. Who's this? We're like, so it's crazy. One girl had to go grab her wig. She's like, "Oh, y'all ready for me? Could you hold on while I get my wig?" You see her like running to the house, putting on her wig. I was like, "Oh my goodness, this is crazy."
Listen, that sounds like material right there for a show. Oh gosh, that is hilarious. I love it. So, when people come in, like how does that work? Like, you're talking about that chemistry. I mean, what if you have two people who are supposed to do a lot of scenes together, but the chemistry's not there? How do you overcome that? Do you just direct them just to stay in character, or what do you do on situations like that?
I mean, you want them to stay in character, so you try your best to make it work. I've seen it where it does work, and I've seen it no matter what you do, it doesn't work. So it can be irritating.
Mm. So
And
if
then
it's not working, like, do you have the option to like recast? I mean, or
it's sometimes this whole movie with you, and then here's your love scene, and you're like, how are we gonna recast it? Unless we
mm,
reshoot it all, and I'm not gonna reshoot it all. That's money.
yeah, that's true. Uh-oh.
I'm
But
here.
you,
I'm
okay,
here. I'm moving around. I'm here.
okay, okay.
I'm moving
I think
around.
I'm getting a call. Awesome. So, you know, what is your team like? I mean, I know you are the director, but like, what other team members do you have in place to make all these films go so smoothly? I mean, I know their work is not just smooth, but what kind of team framework is there?
Well, I do have like an assistant manager. I store. So right now we're more of a like you call it a skeleton crew. So I do need a bigger team because I do a lot of stuff myself. But I do have my partner Isaac, um, Khalid, Kamal, Aisha. And, we do have a couple other people that come through as well.
Okay.
So just based on the project as well.
Oh, okay. Okay. So, what kind of team members are you still looking for?
I'm a little bit what we can do, and I know I had a girl yesterday hit me up about being like doing mood board. So, and I'm like, and she actually broke it down what it is. So it's actually, she'll read the script, come up with ideas of what everybody should wear. I was
Mm,
like, okay. And that's actually, yeah, that does help,
yeah.
So, I'm like, okay, cool. And that's something simple, but some people like doing stuff like that. So you want to get somebody who wants to do, like stuff they like to do, not, oh my goodness,
Like, I missed that last sentence. I'm so sorry.
oh, you want to get somebody who like find something that you enjoy to do.
Mm,
And there's a job out there for everybody. You got location scouts, you got music people. So it just depends.
okay. Okay. It sounds like, when I envision these films that you guys do, it just seems like it's so many pieces that have to, just doing this show is like people wouldn't know what goes into it, but to do a whole film and to, have different people coming from different places meeting up together and ooh, that's a lot.
Yes, ma'am.
when you have the people that come out of town, what do you try to do? You try to do like all their scenes at one time, or just how does that work?
Well, it goes back into the project. So basically, if we're doing, you know, not really, but or I don't unless we like take off because I work a full time job too. So unless I take off, then we normally just film like 2 or 3 days,
Oh, okay,
or we
okay.
just do their scenes on that particular day. So just depending on what movie. But I've had it where I had taken off, and we filmed the movie a whole week, and then sometimes we that's why you really want a local cast or people that's kind of local because we can film at night, and that's always a good thing instead of feeling like you're rushing because
Hmm.
oh they got to get back, we got to get back, and it's like
Yeah, I can see how that'd be a lot. Cool. But listen, you guys are on Tubi, and what other platforms are you on? Because I know you're.
Amazon Prime, Eximo, Fandango, Hoopla, um, Apple TV. I know it's a lot. Like we are out there, so it's pretty good.
Cool. I know I saw a post too, and you were like, you're at like 22,000 followers, and you're like, remember when we were just pushing for 10,000, and so now you're at 22,000. How does that feel?
It feels good because there's a lot of people like watching what we do. If they hate you, people that hate you still follow you. So I try back to I hate your movie, but I'm like, this dude is on my page in my inbox. Okay,
It's like you're commenting more than anybody else comments, but thank you for the hate.
and they watch the whole movie and tell you everything wrong with it. Well, she shouldn't have did that. They shouldn't have did this. Well,
Is you gotta have one or two, right? Uh, so, Felicia, right now, I think we're gonna take a quick break. We're gonna play a song by Clayton Savage. His new album out is called Legion, and so we're gonna play a song by Clayton Savage, and it's called 7 Long Days. And so Clayton Savage, listen, y'all go find this, his videos, his new album, stream his albums, Apple. He's on all major streaming platforms. So, but right now, this song is Clayton Savage, 7 Long Days.
I cannot stand the thought of you with another dude, touching you, doing all the things that we used to do. Finding out that you're hot, whether you try or not, whether you ready or not, whether you ready or not. They gonna be calling you out, they gonna be seeing a lot. Trying to break us up, trying to break us up. All of the stuff they say they be making up. Yeah, you're sexy and you're classy. Ooh, you're nasty when you want Seven long days I was waiting for you. 7 long nights I was waiting for you. Waiting all day, waiting all day, waiting all day. 7 long days I was waiting for you. 7 long nights I was waiting for you. Waiting all day, waiting all day, waiting all day.
Hey, everybody. Welcome back to Making Connections with Aly. Happy Mother's Day weekend. I'm excited, for everybody to, be able to spend some time with their family or the thoughts or the memories of their parents, their mothers. I know some mothers are missing their children. It's just Mother's Day hits so different for everybody, but still wishing you good vibes and lots of love. And so we have been talking with Felicia Rivers of Geechee One Films, and I'm just excited about because she is on all these different platforms. She's producing these movies, and she's got all lined up for the rest of the year. And so I'm excited, and I have seen several of her movies on Tubi, so I'm always excited to see what she has. And so I gotta still watch Pieces. So and then The Color of Green, which just came out. And so, Felicia, like, just for you, like, what type of films do you like to watch? Like, you not no thoughts of what you're producing, but just like when you sit down with your family just to chill, what type of films do you like to watch?
Um, I'm a horror fan, but I like Back to the Future, all of them. I like Cabin Fever 1, 2. I like Final Destination,
Mm,
all of them. I like Overboard, Goldie Hawn, Meryl Streep, She Devil. I actually want to remake one of these movies. I'm telling you. I was thinking about remaking Clue because I really like Clue, and I was like, how everybody's doing their own remake of movies nowadays. I was
yeah.
like, we should redo Clue and just make it funny.
Oh, that would be cool. So when you're redoing a movie like that, like what kind of process do you have? Like, do you have to get like any rights to it or anything like that? How
Yes, you were supposed to, but people take concepts and just twist it, so it wouldn't be the same movie, because then that would be a fan movie. Which people do that. You can do it's called a fan movie where, which I've created a fan movie. We did a remake of Carrie. It's called Angel's Revenge. So, but that is considered a fan movie because they're saying the same words almost. It's almost the same thing. So it's which could be considered plagiarism, but that's why it's called a fan movie. So you would want to do something sort of like it. You don't have to be 100% it, but sort of like it. But like I said, but other people are doing it. I think you are supposed to get permission and everything. But that's why I said it wouldn't be the same movie, but it'd be something close to it. We're like, okay, these people come to the house. They're all connected to each other. Who killed who? I think that'll be funny.
Yeah, you need to do that. Yes, yes.
So we
Now,
already have one called Play to Win, that's still in editing, and we might do another part. So we went to Vegas, Charlotte. We did one here in Charleston, and we did one in Atlanta, and we had like all these young ladies were coming to win $1 million, but the thing is, only one person at the end of the night is going to get the million. So you have to kill each other to win. So we got them running around. It's funny. So we got them running around chasing each other, hitting each other, to win money. So it's called Play to Win.
play to win. That sounds kind of fun. I like that. Well, not, I don't want to die, but I love watching stuff like that because, you always think you know who it is, and then it'd be a twist. And I'm like, doggone it. But that's cool. Now, Felicia, do you know your camera's off? Just want to ask.
Gotcha. Because actually, hold on. Because it's just like I'm in my room and it's kind of all over the place. And no, it's not. My room is not bad, but it's just that's why I was like,
Oh,
ugh.
yeah.
I didn't want to go in my car.
Well, I just wanted to make sure that you knew it was off so you can come back if you like. But yeah, I think you should do Clue. Yes, yes, yes. So when's the last time you were in Charlotte filming something?
Um, I don't know. I don't. It wasn't this year. I don't think we traveled anywhere yet this year. We are going to Detroit at the end of this month.
Okay.
And I'll be in Columbia next week, the 21st, because one of my films is playing at the it's a big horror festival, so that's the 21st. And in Detroit, we're nominated for Tiffany the Doll at the Black Indie Stream Film Festival. So yeah, I haven't gone anywhere this year. What it is my son actually died on
Oh.
the 14th of May, which is tomorrow actually. So that's another thing too that's going on, because it's like last year this time, today was the 13th. Today was Friday last year. So this would have
Mhm.
been the last day that I actually spoke to my son. That's why I said in the beginning of the call, I was like, I don't want to start it off talking about my son.
Right.
But it's like we're going through that over here, because tomorrow is his anniversary of him passing.
Right.
So, and that's a whole nother story in the story, because he was 19. He died of natural causes. Yep. And I mean, and how do you die of natural causes? You don't know.
Wow. Well, I definitely, again, I'm sending love and good vibes and hugs to you because I can't even say that I know what you're going through or how you feel. I have some friends that have been through it and, try to be there, but there's no way, like I said, I can say I know how you feel, but whew, I'm definitely praying and lifting you up.
Yeah, it's crazy because it's like how when somebody's about to die or something happens, we all are like, let's all pray. But then I couldn't even tell nobody to pray because it was like that. Like his birthday was the 7th. My son, I'm sorry to get into it. My son turned 19 on May 7th, which was the week before. May 8th last year was Mother's Day. So he begged me. He was like, I'll take you to the movies. But like, from my understanding, nothing was wrong with him unless he didn't say nothing. So there's a difference. If he didn't say anything, then, I don't know. But he was walking around, he was moving around, he was cool. I think the last day that I really, really saw him was Wednesday. And he's like, Mom, your tires look flat. Let me put some air in your tires. That's how my son was. So
Yeah.
the last time I seen him alive, he was putting air in my tires. And I was like, okay, cool. And then Friday, I was at work and he was texting me. And I was like, are you okay? He's like, yeah, I'm babysitting your grandbaby. And I'm like, I don't have no grandkids. Don't play with me, kind of thing. And he sent a picture, the last couple pictures. You don't even think this is the last time you're going to really talk to your child. You understand? So he was sending me pictures of this 5-year-old wrapped around his head. And I was like, if he was sick, why would you have a 5-year-old wrapped around your head? But anyway, so he was like, yeah, he was trying to video chat me and everything. And I was like, nope, I don't want to see nobody's kids. That's not my grandkid. So a couple hours later, he went to the ER, urgent care. So urgent care for people out there. I'm sorry, I'm taking the whole thing somewhere else.
No.
So urgent care. He went there. Did he not? He did not pee in the cup. He did not take any blood. They just said he was constipated. They sent my son home. So mind you, if you went to urgent care, you thought you were sick. He said his stomach was hurting, his throat was hurting. They sent him home. My thing is, they should at least did a blood test. They should have did something. But when
Right.
I went to urgent care after he died, I talked to the doctor. They said they are not an ER. So that's why they're saying they're not liable for any deaths or anything. Because, you come there, you know that this isn't an ER. So you're just bandaging people up and sending them home. So what's the point of paying y'all? Or,
It's
because they probably could have said something or saved them or something. So the day he died, he woke up. My son was awake. He just was like, he didn't have any energy. He was drained, kind of thing. So we was taking him to the hospital. We was just going to take him to the hospital. My son's last words was, I need to use the restroom. He took 2 steps into Waffle House. My son fell, and that was it.
oh my.
So the whole time I was angry and mad, and there's a whole bunch of stuff good stuff was going on, crazy stuff going on, because like even with the films, one of our films did really good. They invited us to Florida with a whole bunch of filmmakers. From that day to this day, I weigh 120 pounds more than I did last year.
Okay.
Like I am, I've gotten, because it's, I guess maybe that's why I said maybe I'm going to some type of depression, but I'm still working. I'm still going. That's what they were like. You're still moving around. Because like I said before, like if an idea came to me right now, I could just write a script right now. I can have a script with you tomorrow. Like seriously, that's how it was. But it's like now it's just like I'm trying to relax and chill, and I still got kids, and I got them in the movies, and we still got
Mhm.
a lot of the stuff that's out right now. We did this one, before my son died. I think the movie we did before he died was the games he played. So we did that in April, and then Sneaky Links we did. So we did like 3, 4 movies after he died. But before then, I was going and going and going. And I'm still sort of going, but I was going more. Cause like even right now, I have 4 people ready to film. Like we're ready to film, but it's like we got to get the
They're ready to film, but you still need some time, right? Alicia, you still there?
so, and negative energy can really affect you.
Mm. Listen, again, I cannot imagine. I cannot imagine. But yeah, I can understand you being a little, taking your time now and, checking your kids more and, just not moving as much right now. It's only been a year. That's not a long time at all. When you had 19 years to share with them, that's a lot to get through. So, you take your time, you do what you need to do, reach out to somebody for help, whatever you need to do, talk about it. You do what you need to do.
Yeah, so we are gonna probably do some balloons with the kids tomorrow. So that's what we, and then you know, and that's a whole. I got stories on stories, but
Mhm.
it's
And
a
it's
whole other
everything
story.
back to back because birthday, Mother's Day.
Yeah, all that is in the month of May, and then May is supposed to be. Well, I was thinking May is supposed to be a happy month. May is supposed to be full of joy, and I'm like, this is the month. That was the month he was born. That's his Mother's Day, and he dies. And my grandmother, she turns 91 on the 30th of this month. I was like, okay, so it's but I don't know. It just out of nowhere, and it's like you couldn't save. You know how like you just wish you could save somebody. Like
Mhm.
this, something could have been prevented. Something I don't know. But like so, he just graduated from high school, so I did bury him in his high school robe. Um, it's just I don't know. But everybody's like, there's a time, and your time was up, and and it's like, so we can just drop dead at any good moment, I guess. I don't.
Yeah, those words are not very comforting, comforting at all. I know people are trying to do their best, but sometimes I think you just need to be there. Just listen. Just give a hug and be like, I don't know what to say, but I can I hug you? Can I sit here with you? I'll listen. Sometimes we
Yeah,
feel
and I got that too. It's like my son died. It seemed like everybody had a 19-year-old. The doctor had a 19-year-old. My other homeboy, his son committed suicide
like,
at 19. So he just, I actually was driving, and he said, Felicia, and this man runs out his car, and he comes and hugs me like this.
yeah,
I don't even like people hugging me, but he did. I was like, okay. And he was like, cause I think he was saying, cause he lost his son to suicide, like. And I'm like, and even when his son died, it was like his son killed himself, and it's like, why? Like, some people have everything in the world, and they just don't like the world. I guess I don't know.
yeah. That's a good question on suicide. I guess people don't see a way out. They don't see it getting any better. But a lot of times we can't see things by ourselves. Sometimes, again, I think I always say it's good to tap into resources, talk with
Hmm.
somebody. And I'm not just talking about your best friend because sometimes they're in the same place you are, but
Correct.
talking to professionals who can kind of help you think outside of the box or come up with options. So you know it's a
But
lot.
I've gotten that even for doing film. A lot of people's like film and acting has saved their lives.
Mm,
Um, because it's you could be another person. Like you, like whatever's going on in your life right now. Guess what, Miss Allie? Today you are so and so and so and so, and then you could take whatever's wrong in your life, and you are so and so for that day. And
mm,
whatever's going on in your real life, you just forget about it, and you're so and so.
yeah,
So
that's
a lot,
never thought about it like that, but I
yeah,
imagine
a lot of people. I had one lady, she was like going crazy. She's still going crazy, but but she was just saying, it really saved her life because she just was going through so much drama, and she is still going through it, but it's acting and becoming a character. She developed into the character. She made the character. She was the character. Like some people really they really embody what it is, and it's like, wow, you did that, for that period of time. So they be like, they're ready. I have another girl who comes from out of state. She says the same thing. Is it's like her being on set it makes her feel like there's no worries kind of thing, like
Mhm.
there's no worries, and then you go back to the worries again, but just a temporary vacation sort of to them.
Yeah, I was gonna say to have that reprieve even for a little while, where you can get out of your own head, get out of your own situations, and then even, so it sounds like it's therapeutic for them, being able to put some emotions that they have into this fight scene or this horror scene or whatever. Sounds therapeutic for them, so that's a blessing.
Yeah, so that's what I said, and people have said that even watching movies, but that's the point. The point of watching a movie is to entertain you, take you out of whatever you're going on in your life for that moment, and now you're watching a movie about killer sex dolls killing people. Like, and yeah, it's funny or dumb or whatever, but you know, for that whole hour and a half, you're laughing or joking or, oh my God, is this serious?
Yeah.
That is entertainment. That's the purpose of entertainment. So we did our job.
Yes, ma'am, you sure have, because I'm telling you, there's some weeks, and I mean that is my place of release. I'm like, let me just watch a good film. Now it can be depending on, like you said, whatever my situation is that week. I might be looking for something funny. I might be looking for something that's a thriller. So definitely, films. And then sometimes, when you're in that what sensitive place or whatever, you're looking for a love movie, love film, or something where the family comes together. So yes, listen, y'all are blessing our lives and helping us get through our situations through the films you make. So I appreciate it.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
So what else? I mean, I know you're staying busy. I know you're um filming for stuff to come out next year. And you mentioned a couple of times several awards that you've been nominated for and things like that. But what's your what's your next big thing? Like, is there an award that you want to win? Is there a place where you want your films released, or a place you want to film? What's like something big that you're looking forward to in the future?
I don't know. We're looking for some money. That's number one. We need money, 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 so it can take us to another place. You want to be able to just do movies, which I think I've seen a lot of people around me are doing that. They're putting out movies. That's what I said. Is some people, I think some people love it and some people do it as a competition. But it's like I don't do it as a competition. But it's
Mhm.
like people understand we're learning. Each movie is a learning process, but um, and we're doing different things. And that's a good thing. Each movie is sort of different. Like I told you, I actually casted like Vita. I went out my way. I casted Vita because I wanted to meet Vita. We had a Diamond from Crime Mob. She was supposed to be in our kid. We just did a comedy. But I did reach out to Ashanti, and Ashanti like wanted 55,000. I'm like, that's 55,000. Maybe if I starve my kids and we all starve for a whole year, then maybe I can get her in my movie. I don't.
Just one person in one movie. Yeah.
Yeah, she can play all the parts. She gonna sing the whole movie. The whole movie. It wasn't a musical, but it's a musical now. You gonna sing. But I do have Diamond from Crime Mob. She was supposed to be in our kid. We just did a comedy. It's called Have You Seen My Man? And this young lady is looking for her man the whole movie, and she does find him later on, but it's like crazy. And then she goes to the mom house, she goes to his job, she goes to his homeboy's house, she's just looking for her man and the ex-girlfriend. It's like it's crazy. So I'm hoping it comes out really good because it's a comedy, so it's crazy going on. But so like I said, I just want to really put out a lot of different things that are just funny and exciting. And I don't know if there's like a all besides money. I don't know.
Listen, yeah, we all need sponsors and keep the money flow going, so there's delays in the process or
Auntie,
getting.
I'm doing worker action actors workshops now.
Oh, okay.
So no, I'm just trying because I'm trying to get people here in Charleston to be in these movies,
Yeah.
and it's like the local people is not really taking it seriously. That's how I feel. They just want to show up and act, and it's not coming across correctly. So it's like not everybody, and I want to say it like that. I don't. It's a lot of people though. So
Yeah.
people that come from out of town, they're not coming here to play. They're coming here to work.
Yeah.
Well, there's a big difference. So it's like people are starting to take it seriously now. Like, oh, we really is getting out there. People like Tiffany the doll. Tiffany the doll went viral 5 times. They said Tiffany the doll on the Ricky Smiley show. Um, I don't know. So it did a lot. So it's like it just showed you that we can get ourselves out there more. That people like this isn't a game.
Right. Exactly. Like you said, people coming from out of town, they spending gas or flight money. They came to work and put in the effort. So, but it's like that a lot of times. Like I have people from the show. You're in Charleston, people in New York, but like my local town, not so many.
They be like, that's just Miss Allie. That's just her. Oh, she's doing
Right.
that blog thing. She's
What
doing that
is she
blog thing.
doing? They don't
Then they
even.
see your name with Oprah. Oh, Oprah came on the blog thing with Miss Allie. Oh, okay. Well, I never will listen to your show, but can can I get an interview? Can I meet with her? Can you put me on the show? Be like, you don't even, like really?
Right. I mean, it's the same kind of show. It's the same host that it was before. But yeah. So I feel you there. But this is exciting. I think it's so cool. I was like when I went back and I was like, oh man, she was in Charleston. I was there like last year for something. I was like, man, I should have called her and see what was up. She could have been filming or something, just to see the process.
Oh, y'all got people like that too. They be like, I just want to come on in and be nosy. Then they be like, they want to do something. Sometimes you do, sometimes you don't. I was like, these guys, like, I be trying to put extras, and some of them just be on set. I'm like, should I give you credit just to be standing here, just to say you here? Well, I was here if you needed me. But if you're hiding in the back, that's what I don't like either. I'm gonna say there's 2 things. So some extras they come and like one thing I noticed I have to overcast sometimes. So if you ever watch Sugar Babies, it's supposed to be a billion of them people. So I overcast it on purpose. So the day of, you gotta have your phone fully charged, okay? Fully charged, because here comes the excuses. My nose hurt, my foot hurt, I'm in jail, I'm in a ditch. This happened, that happened. That's how, oh, I'm so sorry. One dude was showing me his lip, his toe. I was just like, dog got pregnant. It's just all kind of stuff. And it just, but you're so used to it, so it's like, okay, well, so what's wrong now? Well, this happened, that happened, this happened. And it's like, okay. So it's like you have to overcast in order to get what you want. Um, and again, like I said, it's local people. And like I said, one guy, I'm not saying his name, he might listen to this or whatever, but awesome guy. Like he does stand out. I think he does really good on screen.
Hmm.
It's just that he's rushing. And it's like, if you stop rushing, like rush film. Okay, if you do film, you should never, ever, ever, ever rush film. And the only reason why I say that because you want the sound to be right, you want the lighting to be right, you want this stuff to be right. So if you're rushing, then like we could be here for 4 hours and it could be 1 minute. Like this could be a 1 minute scene, but if you're rushing, like so the same guy, I'm not calling his name, but when if he listens, you know I'm talking about him. So I got him in one movie. I like to see he doesn't look bad. He's not ugly, do nothing. He's. So
Yeah.
first movie, he was like a lead in a way. He would be considered like a lead. So basically, I can't do this. I can't do that. Y'all, we waited up all night waiting on him. So in the movie, they're talking about this man the whole movie. And it's like he's only seen in the movie like 3-4 times, which he should have been seen more. So people said that too. They was like, if they're talking about this person this whole time, why couldn't we see him more of him? And
Mhm.
because it'll make the story better, but we couldn't film because he didn't show up. He had us waiting. It was a whole bunch of crap. So I think he didn't take it seriously. But then when he took it seriously when his neighbor or whoever saw it. So he was like, "Oh my goodness, Felicia, I gotta be in the next movie." Ugh. So the next movie gives man a chance again. So he shows up at 10 o'clock and says, "Hey, I have to be gone by 1. Hurry up and do my scenes." No, because it don't work that way, sir.
Right.
So in the movie, you see him talking. The camera goes from like a group of them talking. When it goes back, he's not there no more because he had to leave. So that's that movie. And then we just did another movie, and there's a lot of things wrong with the movie. I think with editing, which is a whole other issue. That's why it went viral. It went viral because there's a lot of editing issues, but it's actually still a good movie.
Mhm.
So the more I say this, the more you might catch on what I'm talking about. But with that movie, he actually has a really good part. People like his part. They like his words. They like what he's saying. He's doing a good job. The very last day, I think he might have been going through something. And I get it. I 100% get it. You're going through something. But this is the last day of filming. My cameraman's not from here. This person's not from here. We already booked this. We not spend $1,000. And you said you really, So I think he did suck it out. I had to have a conversation with him about it. It's like blah 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 blah. So he sucked it out. He did it, but some of the things are incorrect. And actually, I sort of say it. So basically, like in Tiffany the Doll, this one viral too. He's like, you could tell he's in a hotel room, but he says, I'm at my house.
Mm.
We were supposed to go back to the house. So he is saying the right words, but we was not at the right location. And then people on Tubi, they're like, oh my goodness, they're in a hotel room. I see the sign. There's the sign right there. They're in a hotel room. I was like, okay.
Right.
But he was rushing us that day. He did say he wasn't feeling. He did say that. He's just like, man, I guess he was getting tired or he was getting something. But like I told him, and that's what I don't get too. Why do you want to be a lead? Why do you want big parts if you don't want to give it 100%? Because Miss Aly, you the lead in this, so the whole movie's on you. And and tomorrow you might not feel good. Tomorrow you might come on set tomorrow and be like, my stomach hurt, this hurt. I got a girl from Texas here. I got a girl from Milwaukee here. We got 2 people from Florida that flew in, and you're the lead. So are you gonna cry about it, or are you gonna get it done?
Listen, how many days do I go to work with my stomach hurting, or to church, or all that kind of stuff? So I'm just gonna be like, can I use the bathroom for a second? Go do what I need to do and come on back.
But the last movie he did, it just was a lot of. I'm not blaming everything on him either, because everything wasn't him, but there was something. And then actually, so what I do now is like I trick everybody. So you got to tell them an hour ahead of time. So we had the sex shot from 1 to 6 in the morning, because that's the only time they'll give it to us. So my thing is, if you film from 1 at night, I'm telling them to be at 12. Excuse me. So I'm telling you to be at midnight, from midnight to 6. You take a nap, you know what I'm saying? Or if you're not going to take a nap, then you need to know that you're going to be up all night with us. So you don't come in and be like, I'm tired. You tired when you walked in here. You already knew. And it wasn't something that we just came up with today. This is something that we planned. Right. So I don't just, hey, we're going to film tomorrow. It's like we plan this, because like I said, I still work. I have kids. I have a whole schedule. We don't just say, I would love to say, hey, Mr. Aly, you want to shoot tomorrow? Yeah, let's do it. I would love to do that, but I can't really do that either, because I have a life. So people have to understand, like, if you're going to film at night, you need to mentally either prepare yourself to take a nap someplace, or mentally prepare yourself to, hey, I'm going to be up all night. Like Sugar Babies, the very, very, very last scene, when they got shot in the kitchen, they were walking out, that was 3:30 in the morning. Oh, wow. So I said to my cast, I said, around 1, maybe 12, almost 1 o'clock, I said, we can either everybody has to come back tomorrow night, because it's a night scene. You all have to come back tomorrow, dress the same way, look the same way, or we could take another 2 hours and finish the scene. And everybody was like, let's just finish this, because who wants to come back tomorrow? Right. Tomorrow your whole attitude would be totally different, and like I said, life would be different, everything would be different. So the guy that's that gets shot, that's on the ground, he's actually sleeping. So he's like, yeah, look, I played dead well. Because he's like,
that's pretty good.
Yeah, he's a real good dead person. Yeah, he's knocked out. So it's like, but people don't understand that. It's like, it's not just you anymore. So like, even with the guy, he's begging me now. He's like, when's the next movie? And it's like, you keep standing us up, and he looks good. He can act. Like I said, if you watch the movie and if I tell you what it is, you'll be like, yes, he's one of the most favorite persons in the movie. But it's like, you're always late, you always got an excuse, you're always trying to run around, and it's like some of us really want this to be successful. We don't want people to. It's cool, okay, like with Tiffany the doll with is having errors and stuff. It's cool because it showed that we had over 3 million people watch this movie. So it
Mhm.
proves that there's the people watching it.
Exactly.
It proves to us that we can take this to another level. It proves that. So okay, we got a movie like this. Some people love it. I'm glad too. I met some people who love that movie, and then I had some people that just, oh my god, this is the trashiest thing ever. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. And then because you got to look past the errors. And then I think what it was is I think it is some editor errors. I think he should have and you look at it later on and it's like, why didn't we do that? But he should have kept everything that was at night. And then when he knocked on the door, it's like 6 in the morning, and then it went from there. But
Mhm.
so that's the biggest thing. And then also the big thing, the old girl was getting shot. That wasn't that wasn't even in the script. But it was like he shoots the gun at the girl coming down the stairs, and she does the little dip. So that would actually went viral. Everybody's like, what in the world? Because people who didn't watch the movie was like, they didn't know she was a sex doll. They were just thinking it's a female that
Mhm.
guy was getting shot at, and she still was like, whatever. And she's chasing this guy with a knife. They're like, you got a knife, and this man chasing you. This man got a gun, and she's chasing with a knife, but it's a sex doll. So it's
Mhm.
supposed to be like she can't take it. So then when people watch it, they're like, okay, I get it. But like I said, successfully, I'm just talking. If I talk too much, just say shut up. That movie actually got me talking to one of the most. He's a best-selling ratchet black author, which is
Okay.
Queen's Best. So me and him have been talking a couple times about doing a movie. So if you are into ratchet books, you may have heard like the pastor eats coochie too, but you know the word. He used the P word.
Mhm. Mhm.
So and so got raisins in the potato salad. He has
Okay.
um he has the ratchet books like that. Mom sleeping with the he does, but he's really known for these ratchet books that he has. So me and him have spoken a few times, and he was like, he even did a Zoom, done a Zoom with a video, a clip, a TikTok too with my movie, and he was like, I didn't even know that was your movie.
Oh wow.
And but then he told me that he was like, he can't work with no outside people. Then I guess after he knew that was my movie, guess what? He's back in my inbox like, yeah, let's I'm gonna finish this book, and then I'm gonna get with you, and we put this ratchet movie together, with his name on it. Because I was like, at that time, I'm like, I don't even charge you. I mean, we get everybody together, and we can, what I'm saying, because his name is big, and that's a following of people that would help me and my brand and
Right.
us get bigger. So it's like, but I've also met Omar Tyree. So I went to Claflin. So Omar Tyree back in the day came to Claflin, and he was cursing up, and everybody's like, "Oh my goodness," because he's in front of the school just cursing. It's a religious school. But
Mhm.
he has his books, Fly Girl, and which I have read, and I actually love Fly Girl. So I haven't read it in a long time, but it was a really good book. So I was like, when I ran into him, I'm like, let's do your movie Fly Girl. So he was like, no, it's tied up, you can't do it. So me and him came up with another movie. We did an audition, we did all that stuff. So his thing is he's about money, which I do get it. I 100% get everything's about money.
Yeah.
Um, but like a lot of my stuff, I mean, I can lie, it is low budget because I do this out my pocket, and low budget is $10,000 or less. So yes, my movies are $10,000 movies. I spent $6,000 last weekend. It's money to me. It's a lot of money to me if
Exactly.
you're doing it out of pocket. But I mean, he's talking big figures, and I think it's more like his name. But I'm like, nowadays people aren't giving that much money up front for film because so many people are doing it. No offense, that's how I feel. So many
Mhm.
people are doing movies nowadays. So unless you already doing it, nobody's gonna give you $500,000 for a movie
Right.
unless you already got a Netflix deal or you already got there, even though you have a name. And like his name is still a good name. Like with me, like I'm 40, so Omar Tyree. But to these young people, they can be like, who? So then you
Yeah.
have to explain this book that was 2004, and they were born in 2002. Like, oh, well, I didn't read that book, but but like I said, I was able to meet with him, able to do we did a casting call with him. We supposed to did a movie with him. He put that on hold. Like I told you, I met some other famous people. Doing the movies has really made a lot of my dreams come true kind of thing too. So, you know, it's not always all of it about money. I actually help people. So I've actually helped some people put their movies out there. I've helped some people get deals. I have, did all that. So so hopefully one day, actually, and out of nowhere, not even nothing to do with any movies. I was at work. Somebody called yesterday and was like, he's stuck with $40. It was dude. I work at Capital One, so dude was like, he's a clothing line in Georgia. So I was like, well, I told him to find me. He found me, and I brought a shirt. I can't help with his bill, but I was like, let me buy a shirt from you, because he needed gas to get to an event, and he was like, I do appreciate you. Thank you so much.
You still there with me?
Yes.
Okay. You went out a little bit, but yeah, I mean, yeah, just something like that. That was nice. Helping
So yeah.
somebody along the way.
But like, so he has a clothing line, and I have a movie, so I'm like, we can connect. But in the, what I'm saying, you never know, who you're talking to, who you're meeting with, and even at the job. But like I said, I'm hoping in the future I'll be able to quit this job and just do movies. That's the goal, kind of thing. Just do movies, but we got to get the money, and we got to get the people together. Because like I said, we do film here in Charleston, but I guess it's the people that. Can you hear me?
Okay, it's the people that what?
Yeah, I guess it might be just the people that I'm meeting, because I'm meeting a lot of people, and I feel that they all need acting classes. I feel we all need acting classes.
I was gonna ask.
One-on-one.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you about those acting classes. Are you doing them in person? Is it virtual? Can people from other states join?
Okay, so basically, I'm not teaching acting classes, but what we did is the week before last, I found a new spot in Citadel Mall here in Charleston. So her name is Sarah. Sarah is actually the teacher. She has it's called a ARC Take Two. So it is a spot for creatives. So that's where we're doing our table reads. That's where we're going to do our monthly movies. I'm doing monthly movie nights and stuff. We're doing everything there. So it's a location where people can get to know us. We holding it down. That's our new fort. So basically, we did one. And what gets me, it was only like two of the actors that came, my actors, but she had some people from hers come, and she was the first one that we did with her. We didn't even go over acting. We went over how to get yourself out there. She was talking about agents and how to put yourself on different websites, how to get booked, what you need to know, stuff like that. So we didn't really work on the acting part as of yet. But on Tuesday, she works on business, like acting, entertainment business, and they have classes every Tuesday, and every Thursday she does the acting stuff. But I did my own because, like I said, I was trying to encourage my actors to do so, the ones that act with me, and a lot of them still didn't do it. A lot of them were like, hey, I don't want to take acting classes. I don't know how to act. But it's like, in a minute, I'm not going to be able to cast people who don't know how to act. Me to take my... Go ahead.
Keep honing your skill though. Keep, learning. You don't know everything, so you might be good, but don't you want to be great?
But I get both sides, because some people's like, they feel like, hey, I already did that, so I do it again. But I think sometimes the networking, it's the meeting the people, it keeps you on your feet. And then if you have directors and you have people that doing stuff at these meetings, then, oh my goodness, Aly, you're really good. I am looking for so-and-so. And after what I just saw, you did really good, or I can work on you with that. Right. So we just did haven't did an in-person rehearsal since COVID, but we just did one last week as well. And we had 3 people drive from Georgia. One girl came from Hilton Head. Like, they're not even from here. And I'm like, the Charleston people got 400 excuses. I get you have to work. I get the work thing. So I'm like, and that's why I said one of these movies, I'm going to have it with you if you can't get casted, if you cannot come to the in-person. I just think the acting will be totally different. I just think the acting, the feel, and it's not everybody. Let me take that out there, because you do have some people that will come out here and do it. But I feel that if 100% of your cast and nobody meets each other or nobody knows each other, just that Zoom thing, and then here it's time for you to act, Aly, and you're acting, but it's better, and it's better to already be prepared before we get the camera on.
Right.
And that's all I'm saying. And you know, and that in person, we're all in each other's face, we're seeing each other. Okay, this is your husband. Y'all love each other. Some people build rapport that way, so then you can see it on screen. Well, okay, this is my husband. Not okay, Miss Aly, this is your husband. Is yeah, this is my husband. Like, do you like him? Okay, know, for the next hour, do you like this man? Oh my goodness, you look like you're about to do something to him anyway, because you're trying to get away from him. No, this is your husband. You're supposed to act like you like him. And some people can just do it, and some people can't. But I just feel that as the producer as well, and that's another thing. I'm the producer. When I get on set, I'm looking at money too. I'm looking at, okay, this costs $100, that costs $100, and I don't know. I'm looking at money wise, and it's in my head. I'm like, okay, they couldn't get it right, so now we waste another $100. Now we waste another $100. It goes into the schedule because, like I said, I think on one of the sets we're talking about feeding people, but my thing is, I have it where, well, I don't know. Some people don't feed their cast, so what I do is, I do snacks. I do snacks, water. We have that all day. But my thing is, if you are filming for 8 hours or less, I'm sorry, 4 hours. If we're shooting like 4 to 6 hours, you don't have to have a full blown meal. Some people don't do that, but I do that. But I have to look at it too, because you got different sets of people. So if you come here and you're only here for 2.5 hours, then I don't feel I'm obligated to feed you. Like, you should have came on set already fed.
Right.
Like, you shouldn't be, okay, where the food at? No, you came to act. We didn't come here to have a buffet. Now, if we want to do that, that's something totally different. But you should come on set ready to work, not to eat. But you are, your cast is going to get hungry. So if you're doing your schedule the way that you're doing your schedule, if y'all already ate before we film, then we shouldn't be feeding y'all until maybe the 5th or 6th hour. But we have snacks.
Right.
So I know one of the issues with somebody was like, Felicia on this, and it's like, no, because like I get the big time. I've been there. I've been on big time sets, and that's what I'm trying to tell someone else. I've been on a big time set with Samuel Jackson, and you know what they had for us? They gave us peanut butter jars, jelly jars, and they gave us bread. And they was like, if you're hungry, you're gonna make your own sandwich. So my snack box that has the granola bars, it does have candy, it has crackers, it has cookies, it has a mixture of stuff. That is the whole, just to hold you off until we do feed you. But if you're on set after X amount of hours, I get it. But what I'm saying is, you put a budget together, and my budget is not for us to sit here and have a buffet all day, because we're trying to work.
You got to get this film produced and everybody, taken care of, cameraman, set, all that kind of stuff. So I get it. We also still have a responsibility. If we know we got low sugar, bring you some crackers. So we got to be part of it, and we have to be invested too.
Because I've been on big time sets. I was on a set with Marlon Wayans and Naked. If you watch Naked on Netflix, when he's coming down the aisle, I have a purple hat on. I'm in that movie. I got paid $1,000 to be in that movie, and all you see me is for 3 seconds clapping. But anyway, so basically, even with that, yeah, they did feed us. They had a buffet. We had cake and chicken. We had Chick-fil-A. They had food. We were playing games. It was fun. It was like fun. But they have the budget for all that. When you're in a low budget film, I don't know. Just everybody do things differently. I just don't have a buffet set up. It's we're gonna eat this and we're gonna eat that. One girl, she was like, she just got there and told me she's sick of pizza. Well, if you don't want pizza and wings, and you buy your own food.
Hey.
Because then if you do something different, they complain about that too. I don't eat chicken. I don't eat chicken salad.
Everybody has a different palate. Everybody wants something different. So, you got to know that you're not going to like everything that's served every day, okay? But it's okay. Take care of yourselves, right?
Gotcha. And then you have all the food out there, and people don't eat the food. So it's like, okay, y'all still ain't eat it. I'm wasting more money. So,
well, listen.
I'm just going to put things in my head. Go ahead.
No, this is some good conversation. I really love knowing like what goes on behind the scenes. I love to see I think it gives me a greater appreciation for when I see the final product. So, I love all this little banter about the different things that are happening and, just the way you guys put it together. So, our time is coming to an end, but I definitely want, you to tell everybody how they can follow you, where they can reach out to you if maybe they are looking to either come to a reading or want to be a part of your cast. So let us know all of that before we go.
Okay. So the basic way to reach out to me about casting, we have an email. It's called what's the email? Casting Geechee One. Hold on, let me. I would click out, but I don't want to click out. Every time I click out, it messes up.
I tell
So
you
I
what,
would just
you send it to me and I'll put it on the description of the video when I post it.
okay, gotcha. Because I know it's castinggeechee1 at gmail.com, but I want to double check to make sure that's what it is. But they can always go to Geechee One Films. The only issue with Geechee One Films is there's a billion people all over that page. I was thinking about maybe hiring someone to control it or something because
Mm,
some of that stuff is maybe trolls, people asking dumb questions, to the point where it's cool, but then it's like not cool because it's too many people on
right.
that page, which is a good thing. That's why I said it's a good thing. You got all them people, crazy people on the page, but and even my number, I'm thinking about changing my number. I get crazy calls from people too. They be like, I got your number. I was like, I want to be in a movie, and I'm just like, yeah, I
Mhm.
got one yesterday. And it's like,
Come on now.
where's your movie at? And I'm like, they're on Tubi. And then I post that these movies are on Tubi, and then
Right.
they still be like, where's the movie? I'm looking everywhere and I can't find it. And one lady called me yesterday. I'm just talking. One lady called me yesterday from Killeen, Texas, and she was like, I want to come down there and be an extra. And I was like, well, I want you to be seen, not saying with that part for that extra part because we're looking for we're doing an action film, but we already filmed it. So we filmed most of it. I'm adding parts to it. So I'm looking for extras for the church, and I'm
Okay.
looking for extras for the co-authors, the co-workers, but they're already dead. So I'm like, and we can get 4 people around here that's dead. We don't need to bring anybody from Texas just so
Thank
they
you.
can be like, I'm dead body number 3 in the back underneath the desk. That's me. You know,
Right.
but maybe in the future or something like that. But yeah, we're getting people from everywhere, and that's awesome. We did an audition. It was like they must have posted in Milwaukee. We had 100 people, and I was like, we might as well just go to Milwaukee and shoot them out. Yeah, I want to be in the movie
That
instead of
part.
having them all come here.
Yeah.
Um, I know we're jumping off here, but we just did the comedy that I told you. Diamond from Crime Mom was supposed to be here, but she didn't come. So one of the young ladies from Milwaukee ended up like she was supposed to be an extra. She was coming over from Milwaukee to be an extra, and she ended up being a villain in the movie. But that happened in another movie too. Another girl came from Florida. We were missing somebody. Somebody didn't show up. She ended up being a bigger part. So that's another thing about being an extra too,
Yeah.
because it's like you're in the right place at the right time. Then it's like, okay, you right there. We need you. Okay, where you
Yeah.
need me at? And so that is a good thing, and that has happened a lot. And it'd be like local people. I can tell you, people go to jail every time I shoot a movie. It's like they're going to jail. One girl, she had COVID twice, and she might have had COVID. I'm not dogging her for not having COVID. It's just like every time we shoot a movie, you have COVID, and
Right.
it's like, and then they don't be on the Zooms either. That's another issue. They don't be on the Zooms. So I'm like, if you're not even on the Zooms, and the Zoom you could do anywhere, then why would I trust you to be in the movie? And then they want to keep getting casted. Stop doing that. I think you're just doing that to waste people's time.
Right. And that's
I'm,
what we
I'm
don't
ready.
want. Wasted time. We need to be
Correct, because
intentional
time
about
is money. That money can be spent
exactly.
somewhere else.
Exactly. Well, if you
But
ever need a host on one of your films or something, come give me a call. I'll come show up.
oh,
I'll come up
okay,
and I'll bring my snack bag with me.
okay. What type of are you in action or are you scary?
I mean, I can do. We'll talk about it. We'll talk about it because I know
Okay,
Alan's
yeah.
sitting there going, "Listen, y'all need to go off screen." I hear you, Alan. I hear you, man. No, he's not saying that. But we do have to jump off here. But I do want to tell everybody again, reach out. If you have more questions, she's available. But be intentional. Make sure you're doing serious inquiries don't waste her time because, again, like she said, she works a full-time job. She's a mom. She's putting all this stuff together. So if only inquire if you're serious about your craft and about even, coming to the reads to find out if you are good enough to be in a movie, or you can be extra or whatever. So just respect her time, okay? But again, tomorrow at the Sound Check Hookah and Daiquiri Bar in Charlotte, North Carolina, is a brunch for mothers. And so, you know, Mr. Excitement is the host, and he's there every Sunday. But they are definitely doing something tomorrow for Mother's Day, and I'm trying to find it. I should have been looking for it. Okay, so I can give you the address. It is 2600 Clemson Avenue. The doors open at 12 noon. Brunch starts at 1 p.m. And so that is um, Cloud Check Hookah and Daiquiri Bar. A Mother's Day brunch. Doors open at 12 and the brunch starts at 1. The event is from 12 to 4. There's networking, all kinds of stuff going on. So please, if you've been trying to figure out where you want to take your mom, maybe you're a little low on funds and you can't take her out to eat, go here. It's a free brunch. So tell them that Allie sent you. So Brandon will know I'm still promoting because we do want everybody to have a great day. Listen, we are making connections. We're here every Saturday at 12 noon and every Monday at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Again, we are celebrating 5 years as of yesterday. It was our 5th year anniversary. We started again Mother's Day weekend, and we had a bunch of mothers. Our godsons are on there, and so it was really a good time. But listen, Felicia, thank you again for being on the show. We got to continue the conversation. Come back again anytime. Just let me know. You're welcome. If you're looking for people to cast or looking for something, let me know. I can announce it on the show. Just whatever you need from us. So we are definitely here for you. But we've got to run out today. We got to get off here. And so until next time, as always, we're leaving you with love, positivity, and good vibes. Thank you again, Felicia. Have a great day, everybody.
All right.